Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Liz and this is Simply Homeschool. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about being content and happy in your homeschool and different ways you can achieve that. One way that can really help you guys be happy and content in your homeschool is if you know how your kids need to be homeschooled. So their type of learning style, things that help them excel, things that they enjoy doing. I think that that will make your homeschool more enjoyable. If you're having them do or learn the way that best fits their personality, that can definitely take some stress and anxiety out from the day. I mean, from you and your kids. So that one would be my first one. Another thing would be to not let everything around you dictate how you are going to have your homeschool. So don't let everybody else's homeschooling styles or ways of homeschooling mold you into the way you think you should be homeschooling. Your homeschool is your homeschool. I mean, that is the beauty of being a homeschooling family, is being able to do it exactly the way that you feel fit for yourself, your family, your kids. So just make sure that you are working on your homeschool the way you want it to be. One thing I will say going along with that is sometimes in your mind as the mom, as the teacher, you have a way of thinking of how you think your homeschool should look, what you think your kids should be doing. And sometimes it doesn't quite add up. Some ways I like to teach may not be the way that my kids like to learn. So it's kind of like a give or take, and you kind of have to figure out how it works out for all of you guys. Because not only do your kids have to be happy, but you do as well. And that will definitely help you have a happy and content homeschool. You know what I mean? It kind of goes together. One thing that I am really still working on, and I think I'll work on it forever until I don't teach my kids anymore, is trying not to overwork them. I tend to like to create things and add things into our day, and sometimes it's a little much, you know? So I know that seeing all of the cool things out there, it can be really easy to just want to use it all, but in reality, are your kids going to be able to keep up and be happy and actually continue to learn because they are doing so much? Are they really learning? Are they really grasping? Are you moving too fast to get through it? Those are things that I would definitely try to stay in tune with, pay attention to, because sometimes I know for me, it gets away from me, especially because I like to create. I'm constantly creating to add new stuff in. So yeah, that's something that I struggle with. So I know that that can definitely make your house or your homeschool, you know, happy or not. You know what I mean? It could be stressed or relaxed. So I think that's something that's pretty big. So I would say try to not be so overwhelmed. And when you're feeling overwhelmed, look to the Lord, find a verse. I found one for you, for me. It says, it is Psalm 61:2. From the end of the earth will I cry unto thee, when my heart is overwhelmed. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. So I really love that. I think that that is a good one to read. Also, there's Matthew 19:26. But Jesus beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. So those are ones that you can definitely look towards when you are feeling overwhelmed, or that you're not doing good enough, or that you need help. Try to give yourself grace. Know that you're doing your best. Times can really be overwhelming, but just know that you're not alone. You know what I mean? So try not to be too hard on yourself. Something else. So when I mentioned to try not to overwork your kids, try not to overschedule. When you overschedule, you run out of time. If you're doing extracurricular, if you're doing sports, if you're doing church functions, I mean, obviously do your church functions and stuff, but I mean, try not to have stuff every single day, because what's going to happen is you're going to run out of time for schoolwork, and then you're going to be stressed out that you're not doing school. So just try not to overschedule. Sometimes we feel like we're not doing enough. We need to get the kids out there, and they need to be around other people. And then it just kind of gets too overwhelming for everybody. So maybe try not to do that. Make wiggle room to breathe. So for instance, be okay with change. You know, you have a day planned, something comes up, do it, and try not to be stressed out about it. I want to mention that all of these are things that I have worked through, that I am still working through, that I need to work harder on. So that's why I wrote this down, not only for you guys, but for me. Don't mind the puppy. He cries because he wants me to pick him up. He's a whippet, and he loves attention. He loves to snuggle. And he just came in from outside, so now he just wants to lay down and cuddle and go to sleep. So he's sitting here whining at me to lay down with him. So I'll try to hurry so you guys don't have to listen to him. So like I said, just give yourself some room for change. You know what I mean? Don't be stressed out about it. I used to completely stress out about that. Come here. Come here. Come here. But you know, homeschooling is great because you should be able to have that flexibility. I think it's in our own minds that we think it has to be done one way. Like before, my sister and I would really try to rush through school, and we need to be done. It's getting late. It's getting late. And then I started to feel like, what are we rushing for? What are we going to do when we're done with school anyways? You know what I mean? So, I mean, obviously cook dinner and stuff like that. But, I mean, is it really worth stressing and being grumpy? And it's not. It really isn't. So just roll with things. This is one thing that I feel like I am doing so much better on. Roll with things. Just move on. Let things go. You guys get sick. You guys get behind. It is what it is. We have a full year to like complete a year of school, basically. I think that's what the states give you, is like a year to get through that specific school year. So just roll with things. Things happen. Life gets crazy. You know, things change. Just roll with it. This is a good one. And I feel like sometimes I struggle with this. Listen to your kids and their opinion. I feel like sometimes life gets so hectic, so busy, that you kind of, I know for me, I'll be doing something and the kids are asking me something and I'm like, hold on, in a minute, hold on, wait a minute. Like all the time I feel like that. Or like, I'll do that with you in a little bit. Give me a little bit. I feel like I like am always telling them, hold on, in a minute. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'll listen to them, but am I really listening? Sometimes I just am like going through the motions, you know what I mean? While doing other things, because it's always busy. But I feel like really paying attention to them, really hearing what they're saying, really listening to their opinion. For instance, my daughter's been talking to me about the Farm Anatomy book by Julia Rothman. And I really love that book. It's so pretty. It's from farm to table. It teaches about all the way, you know, from the farm to food. And then I think, is it farm to table or is that food anatomy? I don't know, but it talks about the farm. It talks about farming, you know, vegetables and plants and all kinds of stuff. And I really love it. And I had her start it. Me and her were doing it together. And she has a notebook to do alongside of it. She just really hates it, you guys. She's not enjoying it whatsoever. So I kept telling her, sorry, you have to do it, sorry. And then I really sat back and I'm like, that's not a core subject. It's not something she has to learn. Why am I making her do this? You know what I mean? So what I've chosen to do is I'm not having her do the journaling anymore because that takes so much of her time. There's a lot of drawing in it and stuff. It's okay, Salem. But so I'm not having her do that, but we are finishing reading it because I don't want her to feel like just because she doesn't like something, she should give up on it. That's something that we do need to work on, that like follow through, finish what you start. So her and I are going to be reading the book Monday, Tuesday, and Fridays for 10 minutes and get through as many pages as we can in 10 minutes. And then once we finish it, we'll be done with it. So listen to your kids, because their opinions really do matter. I mean, they're little humans. You want them to feel valued and that you pay attention. So you're okay, Salem. You're okay. Now, obviously, you're the parent, they're the kid. So if it's something that, I mean, their opinion matters, but you do what you know you need to do. I'm sorry, my Bible app is reminding me to pray. So yeah, so listen to their opinion and value it. Let them know that you actually value their opinion, you know? And then with them knowing that you listen and you talk to them, they'll always come to you. You know what I mean? If they know that you keep putting them off, because myself and my daughter, we always talk at night. That's like that's when we really sit down and have like our deepest conversations. And it always has been since she was probably 3, literally. And so we still do that. Isaiah really, he talks a lot at night too. It's like right before bed, I think they want to stay up or something. I don't know. Acknowledge accomplishments. I think that is so big. It could be big or small accomplishments, something that they've been struggling on. Let them know you're proud of them. It could be things around the house that you notice something. My daughter put the garbage bag inside the bathroom garbage because I took the garbage out. She did it on her own, didn't have to ask her. I noticed she did it, so I thanked her for it, because those little things matter. And if they see that you actually appreciate it and notice it, they're gonna do it more often. Do you know what I mean? You want them to feel like you notice them. You notice the things they do. Let's see. Have a rhythm. So structure what's expected in your class or in your home. I feel like that is super important. You don't have to schedule hour to hour. You don't have to schedule certain subjects at certain times, nothing like that. But having some sort of structure, I think, is pretty important. And it kind of sets your kids up for life too, because throughout life, we all have a structure. We have a rhythm. We have, you know, a way of doing things. Sometimes having timed things is also good because it teaches them time management, which is also something we all need to learn and know in life. I think that's an important life skill. So if you're not going to sit down and say we're doing, you know, school at this time and this time, I would have something timed out for them so they know, like, you know, that there is time management throughout life. Add surprises to your guys' day. Add some fun into it. Surprise them with a day out, with a hike, maybe a field trip that you haven't told them about, that you're just gonna surprise them one morning. Say, no school today, let's go on a field trip. I think that is super cool. Even if it's something little, like you guys usually eat like toast or something in the morning for breakfast, or like oatmeal or something, and one morning they wake up to the table set up with like pastries or donuts or bagels and, I don't know, fruit and something, and you guys do like, I don't know, a trivia game or something having to do with school, but like just change it up a little bit. I think that that's super exciting and fun. So read alouds are super important. If you don't do them during school time, do them at night with your kids. Do them sometime during the day. Your kids will really enjoy you sitting with them and reading. Before I started to do it, I didn't realize, but even my 9th grade niece likes read alouds, you guys. So I don't know. Last thing, one of the most important, do not compare your homeschool with someone else's. Do not compare your kids with someone else's. Do not compare your own kids with each other. Everyone is so different. Everyone has different qualities, different things they're good at, different things they're struggling on. Just don't compare them. I would just stand clear of that. Don't compare yourself. You know what I mean? God made us all special individuals with our own things that make us special to Him. So just don't compare. But that's it, you guys. I think that that's what can make a homeschool content and happy. Keep your Bible close, give yourself grace, and love on one another. Inspire other moms that homeschool or families that homeschool. I think that that's key. Don't break each other down. Guys, I swear goodness comes from goodness, right? So that's it though. I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about that. These are things that I've really been reflecting on this year. So that's why you guys are seeing all these videos rolling out that are kind of similar, because that's kind of what's been on my mind. So I always want to do that here on my channel, share with you guys things that are important to me, things that I value in my homeschool, things that I use or I'm trying to use in my homeschool. So I hope you guys are enjoying my content here. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys are thinking. And that's it. So I hope to see you guys back on my channel very soon. You guys be safe, be blessed, and I will see you guys next time.
What if the world had more